Hey guys, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. So as you can see, we got lots of little different pieces up. So I am going to redo my soap dish because I'm sure that you guys, if you saw the other video, I demolded too soon. I got to learn to have patience. And then one of my lovely subscribers wanted me to do the toothbrush holder and the tissue box in alcohol ink. So we're going to do like an alcohol ink drop. And she wanted it in blues. And she said, you know, maybe a little sparkle or a little glitter or something. So that's what we're going to do today. And I'm going to try and be able to get this to look halfway decent. All right, hang on here. I'm just propping my my mixer. So I mixed up 20 ounces because I don't know how much these are going to take. So I was thinking after I demolded the toothbrush holder, because the tray is really long and I have a short bathroom sink. So I'm like, what do I have that would be like a box cover? Well, this is the cover that goes to the book mold, the little book jar. So I'm like, that will fit perfect on there, you know, either way. So I'm going to pour this to match this with the alcohol ink. This I'm going to do black and silver, but instead of the metallic silver, I'm using the silvery white. So worst case scenario, it will be black and white, which is still fine. So I'm just going to move some of these pieces over here because I'm going to do this first. And I did mix up the Let's Resin epoxy resin. So that's what I ended up mixing up. So I have 2 cups. This only holds almost 2 ounces. So I do want to just give this another stir. And I am going to separate my cups because even though I have a 40-minute work time, I don't want to take a chance on it flash curing on me. So I'm just giving that a good stir to make sure that my sides and my bottom are covered. Oops. All right, so all right, so we got about 18 left in there. Excuse me. All right, let me just grab some of these cups and I'm just gonna divide this up so that I still have a long work time. Because I needed my resin to be mixed and ready to go once we do the alcohol drop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one at a time. And that way because I don't want my alcohol ink to dry on my mold. All right. So I've divided it up into 4 different cups. And I'm going to take a stick. And let's see. We're going to put a little bit of the black. And this is the pigment paste from Let's Resin, which I love. And I love that's in a squeeze bottle. And we're going to so hopefully this will give a little hue of silver, even though it looks pink. But it will still go because my whole upstairs is black, white, gray, silver. So any colors go. Yeah, so that don't look like silver. That looks like pink. But, you know, we'll see. Wipe this. I'll just use the same stick. And then if I have extras, oh, sorry. All right, let me. The only thing, my workstation is just so big, and when I try to get all the pieces in, sometimes I'm out of frame when I'm stirring. Okay. So we are going to just start with this one. I'm going to give that a second to get down around the edges. So the only problem with doing this type of pour in this type of mold is you eventually are going to merge your colors if you're trying to get your bubbles out. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get that resin to go around the edges. See, now that to me does not look silver, but you know, it's still pretty. There's a bubble right there. Get my pokey stick. See right there? And I am going to fill this one up all the way. Because normally those lines would stay clear so that your water could drain. But I'm using this to put like my SOS pad and scraper. So I don't want that to show. So I'm just going to dome that just like that. So we have white left and a tiny bit of black. So I'm just going to set these cups to the side. And then when we're done, I will see what I have for extras. All right, let me move this. And we're going to slide this out of the way. And I'm going to give it a good spritz. The colors are beautiful, though. I mean, I love the colors. It's just not silver white. Yeah. Okay, so let's start with I'll go through my colors. And I do want, I'm going to put a little bit of clear in here. For my glitter. I don't know where I got this blue. I'm contemplating the lighter blue or the darker blue. Because a lot of my colors are the darker blues. I'm almost out of my Let's Resin alcohol inks. So I have Azure Blue, Midnight Blue, and Cerulean Blue. And then I pulled out my Aquamarine from Ranger, which I just got this from Michael's. Let's put some of this glitter in this clear resin and just see what it looks like. And I still forgot to grab some little sticks. Oh, wow. And I don't need this to be like completely full because I'm just going to sprinkle it throughout. And let's put a little bit more. Because I do want it to show up, obviously, but... All right, so that's going to be our little bit of shimmery substance. So let's get our covers off. Move some stuff out of my way here. Gosh, I got to clean my room again. All right, so we're going to get the covers off. And I'm going to try to put the... I don't know why this one here always gives me a hard time. That's the Midnight Blue. And this is the Cerulean Blue. And I have a hair that keeps popping up every now and then. All right, so these are our 4 colors and our glitter. So let's start with this one. And I'm gonna, just so I can do it in front of me and then move it. All right, so let's start dropping some colors. So this might stain my mold, which is, you know, not a big deal. All right, so that's... I don't want to overdo it, but I do, you know, want all the colors in here. And then I'll just start with 1 cup, and I'll get that started to get that poured. And we're going to give that a second to go into the corners. And if you can get the resin to run throughout your edges, you have less chance of bubbles popping up. So now I'm going to sprinkle some of this blue glitter in. Now I've never done it where I've kind of just did this with the glitter, so I have no idea, guys, how this is going to look. So I am going to put a couple more drops as I build up the layers. Oh. And now we will finish this off. And I can see I have a bubble right here. See it? See where it's white here? You know that's a bubble. So you want to squeeze to get that out of there. Okay, that is looking pretty cool. I'm just gonna swirl a little bit. Okay, now let's move this out of the way. And we will see if that works. So I'm gonna do the same thing in this box. I'm gonna just drip. And I do want some like going down the sides. Okay. And I'm going to take another cup. And then we are going to sprinkle some of this. Like I said, guys, I don't even know if this is gonna show, but we're gonna find out. Okay, and pour some more. And I'm gonna do a few more drops of all the colors. And we're gonna just fill her up. And we will see what we get. And this one, you do not fill up beyond the circle thingies. Okay, that's all she wrote there. And then we will just let that cure like that. And I have just a little too much. All right, so I'm gonna scoop some out. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna leave it. It's gonna be thin because I was actually thinking of if this fits in there good, I'm gonna try and glue it. I can't go too high. All right, we'll leave that like that. I'll put this cup over here because I can still scrape it. There's still a little bit in here. And we're gonna slide this one on over. You know what? This one needs more. That one needs some more in it. It's not, even though I'm not using it for a cover, I do want to have it, you know, to have a little bit of sturdiness to it. Oops. Now I'm going to have blue everywhere because I'm knocking my bottles over. All right, I've got 2 of those emptied. All right, I think that will be good. It almost is looking like a watercolor. Look at that big bubble. All right. So let's do the top lid first. So I'm probably gonna definitely have to make up more resin. I'm assuming here. That is kind of what it is looking like. All right, let's. And I know I got some where there's going to be no resin, but that's the only problem when you're doing something like this and you're trying to make sure you're getting a little bit everywhere. Okay, so let's get some resin pouring. Because these are so intricate. I have not got a box of tissues yet, so I can't tell you if it's gonna fit or not. When I go to the store, I will have to grab one. Got a little overzealous there, and I can always take my scraper after, but let me put it in a smaller, in a paper cup, because that way I have more control. Before I go too crazy, I do want to drop some of the glitter in here. So I'm just trying to get it so, you know, there's a little gonna maybe be a little bit of sparkle throughout. I never gave that a thought of trying to get it into these like little intricate areas. So that's like a low spot. It can use some more. All right, I'm gonna leave that. These are looking beautiful. All right, I'm gonna get the two, hang on here. I got a mess going everywhere. I figured if I can get the little intricate pieces done first. Oh, I got a big old hair. Come on, get off. All right. Oh my gosh. And that ain't a dog hair. That's one of my hairs, and it's just sticking everywhere. All right, I think I got it. I think I got it. I think I got it. All right. I'm gonna set these over here. I'm gonna put this on a paper towel so that I can move that, like kind of pull it back. These ones don't seem as small as the cover, so and this one leaks like a sieve. All right, and we will let's get this poured. And again, I gotta remember, I gotta put a little bit of the glitter in after, so. Okay. And then I'm going to pour some more clear. I mean, if this glitter shows up, it's going to be really pretty. I got my two end pieces here that thinking that looks full. Just trying to get some of that alcohol off the all right, so let's just spin this one around. Slide that one back more on and alcohol. Okay, now we will do this one. So I'm just gonna move them in a different spot so then I know which ones I used, which ones I didn't. I wished I had a few more different blues, but that's really, really pretty. I'm blown away by the, if it can stay like that, we will be good, guys. So we finally are having some peaks of sun today. So, but it's still only in the 50s. So yeah, this spring has been brutal. All right, I'm gonna try to wipe the top parts before I put the resin in to try to get it from maybe staining too much. Okay, let's pour. So yeah, I was so excited when somebody, you know, like asked me for particular colors, you know, a certain way, because guys, I run out. I don't know what you guys really want to see. You know, I make something and I hope, you know, that you like it or it will inspire you, but definitely don't be afraid to, you know, put, you know, if I have the mold, I will try anything. Trying to get these edges at least filled this time. All right, now we will drizzle some glitter. And I'm kind of second guessing my glitter choice because I don't know if this is going to have enough of a sparkle through these colors, but we will see. You know, and I'm sure certain ones are going to have a little bit more, because there's no way of getting these identical. There's just, resin is going to do what it wants. So I'm trying to put like a little bit bigger gobs in certain areas to kind of see if that will, you know, at least show up. Because this glitter will fall to the bottom because I didn't put any glue in it. But I did that knowing, you know, this is a thin piece and I want the sparkle to be on the outside anyways. So let's just try to get this topped off. And the other thing is, I hope I didn't use too much alcohol ink so that we get it so it doesn't cure. That is my other fear. All right. So that looks good. Let's pull this up here. And we'll get our other big piece going. All right, I'm just going to move these right out of my way. That way there I can pull that there. Hopefully. Actually, let me turn that. Okay. Oops. I'm gonna put that over there so I don't get my paper towel in the thing. All right. Oh. And I will just try to that way I'm not having too much. Okay. Yeah, so when you're doing something like this, you definitely need some dark and some light to give you the, you know, some contrast in the colors so that they kind of stay a little bit pronounced. Now, I definitely have more clear spots in here, but hopefully that alcohol ink will run and So I do see a couple of clear spots. All right, now let me drip some of the glitter. You know, and this glitter will probably move as well. All right. And now we will just finish topping this off. My stick. So I did not run this through the debubble machine because I knew my resin would be sitting long enough for it to debubble on its own. Because when you mix your resin, if you give it, just let it sit for 5 minutes, most of your bubbles will be out. All right, top this baby off and move on. Okay, that's looking pretty full. Just going to try to slide some of these back to give me a little bit more room. All right, so we'll do this last one, and then we will do the bottom, and hopefully I have enough resin. And it's definitely easier if you just kind of don't worry about getting the higher spots. All right. And there we go. Sorry, I'm quiet, guys. I'm trying to concentrate. So I hope this is the technique that you wanted to see. Just a little more here. All right. Now we've got to go in with some glitter. You know, some might have more glitter than others, but we will see. So as long as I didn't put too much alcohol ink, I think these are going to be really pretty. Okay. And I'm just gonna okay, that looks full. And now let's do our base. And this should be pretty simple. Oh, this one's just about out. All right, so let's okay. And I still have some in the big cup, so if this is going to be ironic if I got the right amount for these pieces. So this is the first time I'm doing this tissue box, so and let me do some all right. And this is the bottom, so it's really not gonna show, but I want my pieces to be cohesive. So technically you could pour just like a solid color in the bottom. Wow, guys, I can't even believe that I like got the right amount of glitter. All right, that's empty. And I will have to drop some alcohol ink in those little pieces. All right. Let me just... Oh, I guess I didn't have to. It slowly... I just want to make sure there's no bubbles in there. So what do you think on the color choices so far? Oops. Okay. Now, let me put some covers on. They're not even going to be the right colors, but you can't tell on these bottles. Oh, this one here will be the right one because it fits on there. All right. So, let's scrape out and see what we have got. All right, I'm just scraping my big container here, guys. Just a minute. Okay. That's empty. Just a little smidge in this one. All right, that one's empty. So we have got about an ounce in here. So I'm gonna just finish topping this off. So I knew this could use some more, but because of what I was using it for, I wasn't like too concerned. But where I have the extra, and I do see a few little bubbles in this. Just trying to make sure these are kind of domed. Like I said, I've never done this mold, so I don't know if doming is better or worse. But I do at least want them filled, like these tabs to be filled to the top. I kind of kept them a little bit low because I didn't know if I was going to have enough resin. And then I still have my purple and black, whatever you want to. It's far from silvery, I'll tell you that. So, and I think doing it this way too, it also gave the alcohol a chance to spread. I'm just double checking, trying to get them to the top. All right. Okay. So I've got, I don't know, maybe an ounce. Oh, why don't we pour this little turtle guy? Yeah, why don't we do that? All right. Let's see. Let's do the white. And some of the black. Because this only takes like 1.5 ounces. So, okay, we got rid of them too. And I am so sticky, guys. Oh my word. And I'm just going to put a little bit of that in there. And we'll just top this off. Stir it over here so I don't get mica powder everywhere. Oh, now that's looking white. How come? Maybe I hadn't put enough. So let's stir it in so it's I gotta get his tail, hang on. All right, and that is just about gonna do it. Got a little smidge left, but I'll try to pour this one. I know it isn't gonna fill it, but maybe we can just do the shell. Yeah. Just get his little shell done, and then I'll finish pouring him on a different video. But that way we're not wasting nothing. Alrighty, guys. Look at my hands. All right, I just want to give them all a spritz. I mean, they should degas really good on their own because they are so thin. But that is it, guys, and I will be back on demold, and we will put these together. Okay, guys, we are back, and it held the color the way it was when we left it, so that's a good thing. All right, so let's do the soap dish first. See if I can redeem myself from my failed one. Guys, we finally have sun today. Oh, we got a big bubble there. That's all right. I can fix it. Not too bad. Just one bubble there. Oh, that's pretty. So this is just going to go on my kitchen sink for like my Brillo pads and stuff like that. So that one came out cool. All right. Let's do we're going to not do that one, but we're going to do this new little turtle I got. Oh, that's cute. Kind of like how the head looks. So that's cute. And I'll just color in his eyes. All right, let's do this one, and then we'll do this one. I don't know how that's going to work, trying to fill over it, but we will see. So far, so good. A few bubbles. Oh, one there. But no big ones. Oh, so the glitter did fall just like I thought it was gonna. So we'll just have to decide if this piece fits or not. Sides are pretty. It's just trying to break the little suction in there. Okay, we got one. You can loosen it up. There we go. There we go. Oh. Okay, so the bottom did stay filled. And I think I will just glue it on there like this. I mean, technically I could just put this, which I might do, but this is also another option. And that way it gives you a little, you know, a little something around it. You know, so it would be like that. So this was the first one that I did. And then this is the second. So this is with a mica powder. This is with the alcohol inks. And let me just grab a piece of paper towel so you can really see how the colors look. And there is some glitter like throughout. So not too bad. Now I knew it was gonna, the bulk of it was gonna sink, and that's kind of what I wanted. So far so good. All right, let's do the top piece. Now this is probably still going to be a little bendy because it is so thin. Let me see if I can. Sometimes these work better if you get them started and then just kind of peel it back. At least that's what I found. Oh, that is really pretty. So it's showing all the different color blues. I do have a little bit of cleanup, but not too bad. So I will try the pieces together, but I'm not gonna like completely put them together. And I'm gonna give it like the whole day to finish hardening up. I suppose what I could have done is I could have popped it on the heat mat for like an hour and then let it cool, but I didn't. All right, so I might actually be able to shed the sweatshirts today, guys. Oh, that is really, really pretty. Not too much cleanup. All right, we'll just stack those there. Let's get all our pieces out. Just gonna get one. Oh, we got one bubble right there. Oh, we got another bubble. A little bubble here and one here, but not too bad. They are pretty. Okay. We'll do the bottom. That should be pretty easy. Get these big pieces out of the way. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. Now, the test is going to be, is it going to fit together? That is going to be the question. And that is that one. I don't see any bubbles. A little bit of cleanup, but not bad. All right, a last piece, and then we can see if this is going to work. So considering how intricate it is, I only got one piece with 2 smaller bubbles. So that is not bad. Okay, now, I'm thinking, please fit. That one fit. And that one fits. Yay. That fits. And all right, let's all right, so note to self, got to put these side pieces on first. And come on. I can't see it to see. Why must you be difficult? So it's still bending. So I'm having a hard time because I'm bending it out of shape. But if I can get the pieces in so I can show you what it looks like. Come on. All right. Oh, my goodness. Bottom one popped out again. Okay. Let's try and get this side in. All right, I'm going to hang it over the table just a bit and see if it will work better this way. I might have to wait until it hardens up, guys. I mean, it's just like so close to going in, but then it moves and I lose it. put that one in. I mean, they fit. It's just trying to keep them straight enough that I can... All right, there we go. Let's straighten her back out. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lean it like this. And then those are going to go in there. So it's going to be gorgeous. But I've just got to let it harden up a little bit. So I will let these pieces finish hardening. And then I will get it together and show you in the final pictures, guys. Because this video is already long and I'm sure you don't want to just sit there and watch me struggle. So we're going to let this harden up and I will get it together and show you in the final pictures. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Happy Memorial Day, even though this will be out after Memorial Day. Bye.